What up, peeps? Let's talk about the book of the week. Spoilers are ahead, so if you haven't read it yet, get the fuck out. I'm referring to Absolute Batman number 19, and I gotta circle back around to this one because so much shit happened in this one, and such an intriguing twist and turn in this book. We're introduced to a fucked up version of the Scarecrow because this is the Absolute world and it's just a fucking horror movie. That's all it is. This one makes you or anybody that he comes in interaction with, it looks like he's got his own internal fear toxin. Given that first scene with the farmers, he knows everything. He's got big kukui vibes, like seriously, like he's on a spiritual demonic level. So maybe it's not a toxin, but just he gets in your head and makes you do things kind of thing. Anyways, design, fucking crazy as fuck. I love it. His powers, whatever they may be, fucking great. But we've got Batman on his own. Bruce is on his own. He's decided to cut everybody off and just do his own thing. We are reintroduced to Waylon, aka Killer Croc, who's become a little bit more human-like, and Bruce turns his back on him as well. You can see how he's creating his rogues gallery because he's turning his back on his friends who have been with him since day one. We are introduced to the Bat Gyro. We get some really cool scenes with Harley and her crew, breaking it down and letting him blend into the streets. I think it's really cool that this Bruce uses his own money. Again, he's not rich, but he makes a good amount of money because he's an engineer for the city, et cetera, et cetera. But all his funds go into his work. So all his paychecks go right into his devices, his suit, etc. He's funding himself. I love that approach. He's got Alfred in this, but for a whole different reasons. He's got his guy in the chair now, which is apparently Harley. Love their dynamic, a lot of fun. But along the way, we're learning more and more about how big this whole world is, or how small, actually, how you want to look at it. We're diving more into trying to figure out, as they're trying to uncover the Joker, aka Jack Grimm, bring him to surface level, bring him down, because he's got that web, that big corporate web. Jim Gordon, Martha's Boothang, meets with Bruce, and he knows he's Batman, and starts to give him a file, but he's been intoxicated by the Scarecrow, and in a wild fucking moment, dies. They kill fucking Jim Gordon. What? So truly nothing is to be expected in this book. Like, it's just, and I love it. I love it for that aspect. But he has a file with information that says that Jack Grimm, aka the Joker, may be behind all of this, which makes sense because I'll get to that in a second. The file has information regarding the zoo and the shit that went down with the shooter Joe Chill. I think the only fragments that we see in the panels, I was trying to remember them, but zoo manipulating children can. Anyways, real strong implications that Joker has been pretty much trying to see what happened with Bruce if he messed with the situation, and what would that build? Now, the reason I say it makes sense is because Darkseid left the Joker in this reality, the biggest joke of them all. He's Bruce Wayne, the Bruce Wayne that we commonly know. He's got all the access, all the power, all the clout, everything that Bruce Wayne is normally. It's the Joker. Like, it's the biggest joke Darkseid could have pulled on anybody and everybody, especially Batman, who he hates with a fucking passion. But yeah, looks like he's manipulating everything. Not shocked. We also get reintroduced to a little bit more fleshed out. Haha. If you get that, you know why. Deathstroke, who apparently is missing all kinds of body limbs, the majority of his face. He is the lead of the Robin Task Force, which is Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Duke Thomas, Stephanie. What's her last name? Anyways, Stephanie and Jason Todd in mech suits. The mech suits haven't been shown in the comic yet, but we've seen previews. You can see them down below, which is really cool. They're funded by the Joker to help Batman, apparently, because my initial thought was that they were hunting him down, but all our previews showed that they're working together. Or maybe that's just an image thing. I don't know. But they are all going to have their own mech suits and dominate the streets of Gotham. But a lot of big things happening, man. Next issue, we get the Robins fleshed out a little bit more time with the Scarecrow. I love this world. I really love that it's no holds barred. It's so fresh. It's so entertaining. So many creative ideas are being thrown, and it works, man. Batman in a horror fucking world works. I am so glad this is going to go on for a couple of years. This needs to be the format too, man. Like just like the Absolute Universe, just like the Ultimate Universe, you gotta have freshness going and let those stories dive. And I've already gone over this. What did you think? If you read it down below, let me know. Till the next alert, my nerds. Appreciate you.